Wow, 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 wow. Alrighty. There we go. It is open and live. There's the video stream. And we're live. Good. What is up, everyone? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. We are here to learn how to make a little money. Make a little money the right way. I'm looking at the October 8th contracts. Haven't been on it for a month. Good to be back. Nice NQ. Thanks for having you. Welcome, welcome. When VIX goes down, SPY goes up. Traditionally, yes. In a bull market, yes. Traditionally. It doesn't always work that way, but most of the time you can count on that. You can still hear that? Yeah, I've got it playing in the background. I'm trying to get jacked. All right, there's market open out of the gate. Look at the watch list, man. Everything is bright red. I love to see it. I love to see it. VIX, red candle here, 2263. And a little bit of green forming right there. NASDAQ here, big selling volume out of the gate on the NASDAQ. The futures right there as well. I've got my finger on the puts button. If it does downturn, I am jumping in with both feet, baby. Let's go. Don't have time to make a watch list right now, but I am looking at October 8th contracts. Just pick a strike. Let's see, there's SPY. I'd probably do 432s and 426s. 432s, 426. In fact, here, SPY, 432, 426. I want to be quick about this because I don't want to miss a move. There you go. Nice. 133% gain on some overnight puts on NVIDIA. Well done. Well done. All right, I'm going to do the 4330s and the 4285s. All right, there we go. Posted. All right, green candle right here. Let's take a look at all the underlying X's. Everything right now appears to be doing just about the same thing. Man, TradingView is going slow. Green candles out of the gate after huge bearish movements across the entire board, and they're all mimicking each other. All right, TradingView is going super slow. Utilities is the only one that doesn't have a green candle right now. So, top 8, all getting roasted. The biggest one leading the bunch is Apple, followed by Facebook. NVIDIA is down 1%. Tesla's down 0.2%. And it's making up ground right now with a little bit of green. But, yeah, so SPY right now, it gapped down to 427.69. And now we're back up to 430.45. It's a $3 move off the bottom. We still got a long way to go to recoup, but I don't think it's coming all the way up. We'll see. We'll see. What is going on, everyone on YouTube? How's it going? Ben Doss, what's going? You, Peter, how you doing? Alicia? Known to be no one. How you doing? Yeah, buddy. September took your soul. Why? You Pete is back after 5 months. Well, glad to have you back. What's up, Tristan, Melissa, Ian? How you doing? What's up, Henny? Dave Bovio. Got you right. Got you. I'm terrible with names. I apologize. 430.45. Big green candle out of the gate. I recorded episode 2 of season 2 last night of the podcast. I hope you like it. It's going to be a fire, one that's on fire. Hope you like it. Light a little fire under your chair. It's about living with intentionality. Living with intentionality. I remember the moment that I had intentionality driven into my heart. I remember exactly where I was, where I changed my life. And I hope it can help you do the same. What's up, Michael? Christian. Alrighty, so October 8th contracts right now. Let's look at the VIX. Pay attention to the VIX. VIX gap down to 22.11 after going up to over 24. The bonds here, 144.23. Big gap up in the bonds. XLF right now has got a green candle. Let's see if that can hold. Out of all of these, XLF looks the most bullish. And I use that term relatively small because everything is bearish. But it's the most bullish of the bears. Rashid just joined the Patreon. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining the community. Appreciate that. I love you, Patrick. I love everybody here. What I'll be doing as I roll out newer podcast episodes, I'll post the old ones on the YouTube as well, so everyone can watch them. So I'm posting season 1 as we go on YouTube, and I'm going to post the new episodes on the Patreon. So, what levels are we looking at today? Boom. All right, so big green buying volume here. I want to look near tech. Tech is starting to recover a little bit here as well. They're almost come back. They've almost recouped their gains from the early morning levels. Actually, they're pretty much right there now. Futures right here. They're pretty much the same, but they're still off of highs after you got some big green candles here. SPY's back up to 430.94, 431 and higher after coming down to 427.70. Alrighty. Now, this could be just a fake out buying up the weakness here because overall the market is very, very red. And you want to check the underlyings. Don't sit here and look at SPY. And all right, SPY's now it's downturning. So you have to look at the underlyings to figure out what it's doing. So look at all the 8, look at the 11, and figure out what the underlyings are doing. Look, utilities is the first one to give it back. Boom, big smoke show on the utilities. Real estate just gave it all back. B is up. Energy's up. P is giving it back. Consumer staples giving it back. C is the communications. It's up a little bit, but trying to wick out here. XLI is climbing up. XLF looking strong here. XLY is coming up. XLV. XLV gave it back. Interesting. Healthcare gave it back. XLK is starting to climb up here as well. Yep, I think we're coming back down. It's just a matter of time of when. Would it be wrong to have some whiskey while I watch the market? If that's your thing, go for it. Go for it. I'm personally a coffee guy. Yeah, Trading Blue's going a little crazy right now. Joined yesterday. Awesome stuff. Really like how you approach the market and a holistic look. Helps me framework my system. Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate that. I try to be as realistic as possible. Mine out of the water. Yeah, sure. Sorry about that. There you go. 3-minute chart on SPY. Y'all remember there is a 3 to 4 second delay on the YouTube, so don't go by my pricing if you're charting, obviously. Any suggestions on where I can chart right now? I used E-Trade before I learned how to do Trading View, so you can use E-Trade. I think Yahoo has some good charting setups as well. So, Put City, that's right, Jesus. Does SPY need to go back to 427 for backfill in regular hours? No, it doesn't need to. But I just do think with the underlyings here, the way things are acting, it's going to come down. Everyone's a smoke showing the weakness right now. It's probably hitting a lot of buy orders right now. It just blasted through a bunch of supports. The futures had almost 100-point move. Look at this. The futures had almost 100. It was like 80-something points. Like, it's crazy. And now we're just buying up here in the weakness here. So, yeah. The thing is, I know a lot of people use the term bear trap, buy trap, fake, or a bull trap, bear trap, fake outs, all that stuff. You have to look at the whole market to understand if it's really a fake out. When a fake out happens, it means there's nothing else that's supporting the move. Like if SPY dropped at $2, VIX didn't really move all that much. The selling volume didn't really pick in. That's kind of like a fake out territory. But the VIX spiked over 24. Y'all don't realize how important that is. The VIX has held 20 for over a week now. It just doesn't want to give up 20. We spiked 24 last night. That's a huge bearish move. And if you look back in September or October of last year, the VIX was spiking to 40. If SPY drops to 420, if not more, I mean, look, we just had an $8 move overnight. The VIX will go over 40. And you want to talk about premiums being expensive? Wait till the VIX is over 40. I mean, you're going to have $6 premiums on SPY, much less SPX. I might have to go back to trading SPY. So, I struggle with this layer's bearish talk when the chart isn't reflecting. The chart is reflecting it. We gapped down $8. We gapped down $8, and if you look at the 1 year chart, you have to look at the inside the charts right here. See, look, we had a $6 move yesterday, $6 move, and look how low this buying volume is. When you get that kind of a move, you have a big buying candle, and it was weak. And then it was an early move. It wasn't an all. Yesterday was not an all-day bullish day. Look at it. Look at the chart yesterday. It was not an all-day bullish day. It was an hour of bullishness, and then we traded flat. SPY, it couldn't hold its levels, and then it tanked. It gave it back, and then in pre-market we gapped all the way down $8. You don't have an $8 move, and now you've got the weakness out, and the buying volume has already gone away. There is no more buying volume. The entire market is red. So I look at the volume, and the volume is telling me that down we go. Thanks, Patrick. Appreciate that. Exactly. That's when you become an option seller. When implied volatility is that high, that's when you become an option seller. That's when you start collecting them premiums, baby. You just want to make sure you time that right. Because if you start selling stuff now and then VIX spikes to 40, you're going to get killed. All right, we've got our first big top wick here. We're hovering at 430.84. The Qs are up, still climbing. The bonds are still very much up. And XLF finally start rolling. Might be a good opportunity for a put. Let's see here. SPX. And we'll see what happens here. Nasdaq's got a top wick here. XLF is starting to round over. The bonds are spiking high. We need to keep an eye on the bonds, too. The bonds are very high, and XLF might give it all back here. So I'm telling you, don't get euphorically bullish on this morning stuff here. It could very easily switch and go all the way back down. All right, SPX. Come on, don't beat me to it. Hold on a second. 42.28, 42.85 right here. Yep, volume fell off fast here. So XLF has this little green right there. I just really want to start taking a look at all the underlyings here. XLV right here at the bottom. All the X's. What? XLI finally started to join the fun of rounding over. Look at that. XLI is giving it back, and one by one, the X's are starting to give it back. So just be careful. Tech right now is recovering hard. That seems to be the juice of the market right now, is a tech recovery. VIX right now is 22.35. SPY finally gave a little red candle here. The rates have been pretty much holding flat since yesterday. But right now, this is all supported by tech. If tech rolls over, we'll have our crash. What sectors do you deem most leading of the X funds? Well, I've got them on my watch list here. I've got them from greatest to least. So right now, tech is going to be the biggest helping, followed by healthcare, followed by the consumer, followed by financials, and all the way down, so on and so forth. So I try not to give, an emotional attachment to any of them. I go from biggest to least, and I see how they're moving, how I see they're affecting the market, and I go from there. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for YouTube. Yes, and I stream every day for the Patreoners. Yeah. I'm using TradingView right now. So this is TradingView I run here, and then I trade on actually E-Trade. All right, so Tech is still not giving anything back just yet. VIX is still holding, and XLF is still here, though. So we'll see how XLF continues to rock. TLT is up here at the 144 level. So that red candle on SPY is bought up. Volume is still down, so NASDAQ is just absolutely going crazy. Let's look at the top 8. Apple's climbing up here. Microsoft is beasting. Amazon, Facebook, it got roasted, but they have a little green candle here. Google's coming back up. NVIDIA, Tesla. So between the 8 of them, I think there's only like 3 red candles, except for Facebook there. So 431, 18, 19 on the SPY. Just putting my lines in. Putting my lines in. And just a point of a reminder here that we had such a big move here on the charts that you have to make sure you scale your chart appropriately, because you'll start thinking that it's a small candle, but it's not. I mean, you're like with the big scale, because we had an $8 move. Make sure you scale them appropriately, because a dollar candle will look small in the big scheme of things. So, I mean, that right there is almost a dollar candle, and it looks small. So, just be careful. All right, so NASDAQ finally has a red candle. Boom. NASDAQ's down here. I'm close to taking a put if this thing rolls. So I got my puts ready when the event that this thing rolls. Bonds are still green, but they're flat. VIX is 2238. We're kind of basing here. A lot of buying the weakness. A lot of buying the weakness. Boo, 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 boo. I am loving it. I love this action. I love when things start coming to fruition. Obviously there's some frustrating times in the market where things don't really make sense and they go against your thesis and all that stuff. But I love when things start piecing together, when things start really going to plan. XLF is not climbing up here, having a hard time as the bonds are starting to spike. The VIX is 2239 with a little green candle there. NASDAQ giving a little back. Big red candles here on the futures, and SPY is right here. So I'm hanging out on the 3-minute chart now. The session range is 431.34 to 428.94. We've got the EMAs just up here on the 3-minute. We've got the 21 and the 34 are way down below the 8, and VWAP is right smack dab in the middle between the 8 and the 34 on the 3-minute chart. Boo, 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 boo. double red candles here on the NASDAQ in the futures. Let's see if we can start popping some EMAs and falling to the downside. That's what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. There we go. Here's a little red. Right. I took a put here on the October 8th, 42.85, though. I'm not going to post that because I'm a little late on that. Got a late fill on that. And I don't want anybody to get smoked. So, but I am holding a put. And I'm watching this action very, very closely. I'll post the screenshots of the actual positions, though, when I'm exiting. I went with the ones I posted in the watch list. We have red candles here coming down to VWAP. I'll be inclined to cut that loose. Look at the VIX here at 2263. I'd be inclined to cut it loose here at VWAP because I don't want to get roasted on a green candle. But what I want to see here, what I'm looking for, is an overarching breakdown. See, I see XLF finally giving it back. This is what I'm talking about. I see XLF finally giving it back, and that's what I was watching. Bonds are spiking. VIX are still up here, and I see everything. Look at that nice, big, healthy red candle. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to take a little bit off the table here. $21.20. Okay, I took a little off there at $21.20. Oh, I got the 21.30 filled. All right, I got 21.30. All right, so it's still coming down here. So what I'm doing, and I was blasted through VWAP. I intend on holding. I intend on holding a little bit longer here because it blasted through VWAP, which is usually a pretty dang good indicator. But we'll see as the day comes. Still coming down, red candles on the 21 and the 34. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful action. I love to see it. Come on, baby. I love to see it. I love when things go according to plan. All righty. Nice Oceans quote. Mick Puts, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Dude, I got to relax. I am relaxed. This is me relaxing. This is like golf for me. I love it. All right, I'm going to put another order here at 22. See if we can get some 22 nibbled off here. All right, we're right at the 34 EMA on the 3-minute. That tends to be a pretty good concrete. Let's see what goes on. See there? Oh, hammer candle. What's it doing? All right, come over to NASDAQ. What's it doing? Still falling. XLF. Got a little green here. All right. Look at that. Big red candles right through the 34. God, I love it. I love it. This is the best job in the world, dude. I'm telling you, man, everyone hates trading, but when things come together, it makes it all worth it. It's like in golf. When you practice and practice and you double bogey on every hole, and then the 18th hole, you just you just slam it right next to the cup, and then you want to come back for more. It's the best feeling in the world. It's the best feeling in the world. All right, we're above 22 now on these 42.85 puts at October 18th. Let's go with here. But don't get euphoric. That's the thing. You do not want to get euphoric. I just took 22.10. I just took a position. I just took some out of 22.10. And I'll be posting because I didn't live trade it, I'll post the actual positions, the actual screenshots in the plays, which is traditional. That's usually what I usually do. If I don't live post it, I'll screenshot the actual transaction and I'll put it in there. I want transparency. I want y'all to... transparency is the way to go. All right, here we go. I've got a little bit left here on this position. I'm going to hold this down further and start drilling to the ground, baby. Look at the red candles. Look at them go. Come on, baby. I did buy puts, Chief. I'm in puts. I have a position, Solomon. He called me a noob. Big red candles. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful red candle. Let's go. Come on. All right, Q's coming down. I told y'all. 23.90. Still falling. Let's go. 24. Love to see it. 24.70. I think it still could fall more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right, I took it out at 24.60. I'm out. Epidemic's out at 5%. Well done. I closed all my positions. I'm completely out of my puts. So, bam, there's a green hammer right there. Now it's flipping back red, but be careful. Now, here's the thing. I still have my order form back up, and I flipped over to buy. I flipped my little action flipper over to buy, and now I'm putting a new order here. If this thing falls, I will re-enter. Do not let comfort scare you out of a position. Just because you're all fat and happy and comfortable that you just got a big win, don't get scared out of a position. I will take another position down. Here's a big red candle. Ooh, look at this. Still coming on down. Out of puts, 9.6%. Coming on down. NASDAQ. God. Stand by. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Man, these things are jumping around. A little bit of a wick. First resistance. Yep, look at that. First resistance, 42867. Right here. That's where we hung out in pre-market. We have a little bit of red candle. I'm not going to buy a put at my resistance right now. Let's see what happens. NASDAQ is getting smoked. XLF getting smoked because the bonds are absolutely spiking. I knew that without even looking. VIX right now is popping up to 23.38, and we have a red wick right here, right at our first resistance. We hung out here all pre-market, and here we are right now wicking out. Let's see if we can pop it and come on down. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Everyone's killing it. I love it. Do you think we'll hit the pre-market levels? I do, overall. I think we're going down. 60% on that put. Nice, Mario. Well done. All right, coming down again. Here we go. That's all right. Hey, 4% is 4%. 11% on calls, still inputs. Nice, Justin. Well done. 22% to start the day. Why not? Sure. Okay. Let's go. All right, here we go. Red candle. Do we test it? I've got my finger on puts. Let's go, baby. We're at first resistance. So far, we're respecting the resistance. I'm telling you. Resistance, baby. You got to form the lines. You got to. Go ahead. Make my millennium. 2640 green candle. Almost down to the cent on our resistance. VIX, pop it up 22,338. If VIX climbs back up, retakes 24 and climbs, I guarantee you we will drop below 425. If the VIX does that. So pay attention to the VIX. The VIX is so crucial on trading, especially with puts. OM, what can you expect when you're approaching a volume node? Some sort of manipulation, something. Whether it like kind of backs off just a second and then goes, it rejects, it bounces. I'm expecting some sort. Now, if it doesn't, I do not count that into my supports and resistance. That's the whole thing that y'all need to realize. Yes, the volume profile is my favorite indicator by far. In fact, I don't even consider it an indicator because indicators kind of it insinuates that it's a technical indicator, and I don't think it is. When you're talking about volume, pure volume, Not an indicator based on volume, but when you're talking about pure volume, it's not a technical indicator. It's actually volume analysis. That's just the way I think it could be wrong. It's just the way I put it together. So I don't blindly just choose a volume node. I choose a volume node that the price action actually respects, that it does some sort of manipulation. It bounces off. Maybe it checks up a little bit and then goes, whatever it is. So when I come actually down to that volume node, I'm looking, what are we going to do? What is that volume node going to do? Wow, it respected that first resistance almost down to the penny. That's right, buddy. That's right, Lee Rat. I do not want y'all following my plays. What I want you following is my system and my levels and support. This is 10 years of experience trying to form these levels and resistance, and I want you all to learn it because it took me so long to figure out how to form these levels. And man, you could trade like a sniper. Can you do another quick tutorial on how you found the resistance? I see the volume node, but I only see 2 candles that reflect that price action. Yeah, sure. Not right now because I think we're on the precipice of a big move here. But yeah, I'll do it. Just remind me later when things kind of settle down a little bit. I'll be happy to go over it with you. Do I always trade off the 3-minute, the 3-minute and the 5-minute? Yeah. Robert says this channel is money, literally. No other channel like it where there's actually live trading and awesome results. Thanks, appreciate that. Appreciate you being here, Robert. Got sniper training at USAF? No, I was actually. Fun fact, I was actually on the marksmanship team for the first 5 years, so I did a lot of weapon training, but it wasn't in official capacity. It was just something I wanted to do. 428.57 red candles coming on down, and here we go. 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 Man, these premiums are crazy. Crazy. They just dropped from 25 to 29 on that move. The VIX, what's the VIX doing? The VIX is spiking. Look at that. Beautiful red candles at 23.61. I love it. I love it. Made $42 on my first trade. Nice motion blur. Well done. Welcome to the community. 20% on puts. Let's go, fam. I always laugh at fam. Let's go, fam. I love it. At the gym listening to OM make some money. You listening to me while you work out? I love it. I just prediction that I can do is like bench press. Listen to me. 428.42. Big red candles right through first support. Look at that. See, this is what I'm talking about. Who asked that question? Oh, hold on, stand by. Stop flapping the gums. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is nuts, dude. This is nuts. All right, I'm adjusting. Stand by. I'm adjusting my watch list. This is crazy. The premiums. I'm at $33 for these freaking premiums. This is ridiculous. All right. You know what? 42.50s. That's what I'm doing, the 42.50s. What's the ticker you look at for bonds? TLT. Not to be confused with TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Red candles. You're welcome to Fly Guy. Hey, what's that I see in your profile pic? What you got? Pilot? What are you doing? Look at that big, beautiful selling volume. I made it 19. Look at that big, beautiful selling volume here. Hold on. I'm actually going to live post this one if I can get in there fast enough. Moving very quickly, though. I will get out of these in a second if I see a big green hammer, because I don't want to get hammered. But I'm in there. Look at that big, beautiful selling volume here. I need the follow-on candle to give me confirmation. If I don't get the follow-on candle, I will close these. I want the follow-on. There's the follow-on. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If I don't get the follow-on candle, I'm out. I'll just re-enter. So y'all be careful. I want the follow-on flush. Don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. What's the NASDAQ doing? NASDAQ's coming down as well. There it is. There it is. Come on. Come on. What's XLF doing? XLF is green. What are the bonds doing? Bonds are red and coming down. The VIX, big spike to 24 on the VIX. Come on. Flush, baby, flush. Flush. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little emotional. I'll dial it back a little bit. Anyway, in all serious, 422.72. We're coming down to first resistance. Calls. What? No, sorry. Yeah. Puts. All right. I think I might take 20 here. I don't like the fact that this candle's getting bought. 1990, I'm out. I don't like that candle. Boom, 25% gain. Nicely done. 43% on puts for Justin. Man, y'all are killing it. Three for three today. Nice. Awesome stuff, man. Y'all are absolutely roasting it. Great stuff. Plus $957. Nice, Jesus. Well done. All right, so look, we came down to that first support. We were just above it. The little green candle here. Now, you see what I did? Did you see what I did? I want y'all to pay attention to that right there. It's something it'll save your butt. I entered the position on this big selling volume up here. It flushed down, and then I don't get comfy. What I want here is the follow-on candle. I don't get comfy. I want to see this thing flush. Until this flushes, my finger, my mouse, my cursor is on the sell button. All I got to do is hit it and get out because I want to see a follow-on candle. Because if you don't get that follow-on, at the volume and the SPY, it'll hammer you back. If you see a big move like this and it doesn't follow on, it's famous for hammering right back up. You'll get hammered on a big old green candle because of people buying up that weakness. So I want to see the follow-on flush. Otherwise, I'm out. And that's what I want y'all to do. Protect yourself. Don't get euphoric buy here and get smoked out because you're not paying attention. Because literally, you can watch a 20% gain go to a 20% loss in seconds. So be very careful. Be very careful. Do you sell at market price? No, I sell limits. I just adjust my limits quickly. What do you mean when saying flush? I mean, bam, flush it. Like a big one of these candles right here, a big red candle, another one right here, a big old flush. Protect yourself. That's right. Protect yourself before you wreck yourself. Shotgun blasts. That's right. You up 20% today. Nice. Another one. Was he 4 for 4 now? Killing it. Killing it. The VIX still spiking 24.40. I think we might have another flush here. I've got my order form still up here. Still up here. Honestly, what I'd like to see is a little bit of green action. I want to see a little green and then flush back down. I'm at 100%. Bought yesterday 1.5, sold it 4.5, 200% gains. Y'all are killing it. Yanis didn't like my entry. Dang. Sorry, Yanis. Gave me the poop emoji. Yeah, I hate making 10% too. It sucks. Big green candles, 428.20 and coming up. My first trade in at 60, bought it all back within 5 minutes, 25%. Nicely stuff. Awesome stuff. 40% gainer went over 100% gainer without me. Ah, yeah, well, you'll get it again. You'll get it again. What's the put strike now? Let's look. $425s. Yeah, adjust those down to 425s. I'm going to put them in there, adjust them down. I'm not going to adjust the SPY calls because I don't see it taking calls right now. That's me. Incoming LRS. Incoming. Big red candle on the VIX. The bonds here are rolling over just a touch. Don't go blindly buying puts at the LRS. Wait for a confirmation. Wait, at least make for a wick. I don't mind the play. Just don't go blindly doing it. All right. You made 4 times your daily go in the first 35 minutes. Awesome stuff, Nigel. Awesome stuff. What a great morning. All right, there's a red candle just below the 8 EMA on the 3-minute chart. Let's look at all the underlyings here. Don't get lazy. Don't get lazy. Look at the top 8. They're all coming down. Google, they're all pretty much mimicking each other. XLK is down. All the underlyings are starting to roll over here. XLC, XLP, EB, RE, bam. Huge green candle, low volume. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If it doesn't flush down, the buyers will come in and hammer that thing, and then I'll sell back off. So please just be very careful. Matt V, are you on the voice stream right now? I'll explain it on the voice stream. Luke P, yeah, that's about right. That's about right. It depends how big the fingers are. All right, look at that. Coming down, Lee Rat Special is playing out. I've got my fingers on the put button. Trust me, if this thing falls, there's going to be plenty of room for us to have a little more fun. Y'all have to realize the significance of a VIX at 24. It's very, very big. TWSS. I'm Yogi Bearish. Head and Shoulders. I couldn't even tell you what Head and Shoulders is, but if it works for you. Yes, true. I don't know what that is either because I'm bald. Sideways cucumber. That's nice, Braun. 428.14. All right, so a little consolidation period here. We're now bouncing off of my first resistance there, or support. So we came through. Look at this. We respected the resistance, blasted through. Now up, we're respecting it back on the upside. And we almost came down and touched the second resistance. It's so important to form resistances, or to form levels. All right, watch for out here. Well, I think we're in a crucial area. This level could define the rest of the day. By the way, the morning ranges are set 431.31 to 427.63. That's almost a $3 range, a $4 range. $4 range. That's a big old range, either way. So let's take a look at NASDAQ. Don't get lazy. NASDAQ's starting to come up on me. Don't get cheap on me, Dotson. SPY. Little blue candle here. Can you make a video? Oh, someone got it. we got Dotson here. One of the best moves of all time. I love it. Can you make a video on how to find those resistance levels? Yes, I can. I did that prior video, Trade Like a Sniper, in my educational series. I talked about how to form those resistance levels. So take a look at that. I might do a little more dial down on a couple of things there, but if you need more questions after watching that video, let me know. All right. We have come back up. 429. OM, I know you've gone over this before, but how did you determine today's 428 resistance? I use the volume nodes and I use price action. I formulate both of those on the 1 year, 6 month, 3 month chart. I formulate those based on the volume nodes and the price action. So I want to find a level that the price action actually manipulates. Or that actually respects, I'm sorry. All right. Very low volume here. The bonds are coming down. SPY is coming up. .4 range in 4 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so coming up just below VWAP right now, 3-minute chart. I'm going to flip over to the 5-minute and start building in some trend data. We're just below the VWAP on 5-minute on the 21. Little wick here forming, but that's form filling up here. NASDAQ green candle, the VIX rolling over slightly, but that's not a commensurate move considering how strong NASDAQ is bouncing up right now. VIX, red candles there. The bonds here are rolling over just slightly, but still holding their levels. They're going to defend that level hard. Look at the XLF. XLF is way down here. Little green. I'll be watching the XLF slowly or quickly to see how much that's going to bounce. XLK's got a green candle. Let's look at everything else. XL real estate's getting smoked the past week. Look at that. Material sector still getting smoked. Energy's down. XLP is down here. Want to look through everything. Take the entire litmus test of the entire market. XLF giving it back. XLY giving it back. XLV wanting to give it back. XLK is still green. XLK right now is really the only green one right now, still climbing up with no red candles. SPY now is trying to bounce off VWAP. What happened, MSV? Message me if you want. We'll talk about it. Devin asked, do you have a video that explains how the VIX, other sectors, VWAP, etc. all affect SPY? I have individual videos that explain some of those. I don't have a video on VIX yet. I have a video on the sectors. That's the SPY, or what is SPY video in my educational series. In the VWAP, I have a video just on VWAP as well. VWAP is the green line. See the green line right here? That's VWAP. Hey, by the way, I hit 12,000 subscribers on YouTube last night. I woke up to it. That was a great feeling. So I appreciate all of the amazing YouTube subscribers. Thank you for supporting the community, watching every day, and learning a little something. So good stuff. 330 people watching right now. If you're on here and new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps me grow. It helps us continue to bring in new people to purge their mind of the nonsense they've learned and learn the real way how to trade the market. Realistic expectations and a realistic approach to make some real money. Write that down. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thanks, Chief. Harp coming out with a bunch of transactions there. 7 plays, 19% overall profit. Well done. Awesome stuff. Tony said, just subbed, enjoying your content, always looking for new ways to learn. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate that. Just sub. Nice, Joshua. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Big red candles here coming off of VWAP, or actually in between VWAP and the 34. The VIX is still holding. Like I said, the VIX wasn't falling off hard enough to support that move. QQQ right now is giving it back. SPY is right here. Accounts at an all-time high. This has taught me a ton. Good, Mason. That's the goal. That's the goal. Now, where do we go from here? What do we not want to do? There's been a lot of amazing wins. We do not want to get euphoric, nor do we want to get lazy. So don't be inactive just because you are comfortable on a nice win. But we do want to be smart. Y'all know what I hate more than losing money? I hate losing my profits. I hate having a big green number on my account, looking at it, and then boom, it goes away. I hate it. And then like maybe it flips to a red number. I hate it. Just don't do that. Patrick, I cannot condone the use of illegal drugs. What do I think about a put here? I think it's a good idea. I'm not going to take it yet. Just blasted right through support again, and we'll see if we start respecting the downside. I like it, Ezekiel. I like it. Protect your profits. Protect your profits. That's right, Flux. That's right. I got in on your initial entry, still holding. I know what you meant by seeing the profits disappear. Yeah, you don't want to do that, Jim. So I sold those profits right about here because I did not see the follow-on candle. Selling volume is starting to dry up here. The VIX is still holding 24. Have I heard of the strat? Any thoughts? It's a better system than some out there. The problem is it relies too much on patterns to me. It's a good, it's good. It's good. I'm not going to hate on it because I think it's a better system than some because it requires, it based their system on analytics rather than hope. But it doesn't take into account volume, and that's the problem. It takes into account the closing of the candle, whether from the prior day, inside candle, outside candle, 1, 2, 3 setup, but it doesn't bring in volume, and that's the problem. Like yesterday, for example. Right here on the strat, you've got this 3 up. You got this, I think it's a 2 up candle, if I remember right, on the strat. But it doesn't take volume. And look what happened. Like I saw this to me, this was a facade. And I said it on my post yesterday afternoon that yesterday was an unsupported bull move and it was coming back down. But the strat wouldn't have saw that. So that's the problem. It doesn't take into account volume. I feel like I'm in an airplane listening to Captain. This is your captain speaking. Please keep all hands inside the aircraft at all times. Thanks for flying Options Millionaire Airlines. You have made 1 day traded 5 business days. You are allowed 2 more. Don't do more than 2. That's the PDT. That's the PDT thing. The strat is a trading strategy that's floating around Twitter. It based on candle. It's a candle strategy. Luke got 37% SPX. Nicely done. That's an awesome trade. So happy I closed before it flipped green. Me too. Me too, Kings. The Kings read on me. Giggity. Absolutely, Emma. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, take a look at it. See what you think. The strat strategy. So, VIX is climbing here. We're at 2365 and holding. We're in a holding pattern right up here at 3,000 feet. SPY is 42958 and climbing. I feel like I'm reading a BTAR. You've got to do a whole stream of that amazing Palmy accent. No. I wouldn't want to butcher the an accent or somebody's accent like that, especially when I have people from Europe in here. 430.14 and climbing. Is it true that 9 times out of 10 the SPY bounces back up once it hits a 2% drop? I don't think so. Everything is situational dependent. Everything is situational dependent. Do I focus only on puts or calls so you stick with 1 bias per day? No, I trade with I trade what the setup gives me. Like I'm very bearish on the day. Now, if that what I'm not going to be is stubborn. You don't want to be stubborn. If this starts blasting up and maybe we blast through the top and go under and I see this green candle here, I'm not going to sit here and try to play puts. Like if things are starting to turn green, I'll start playing calls. It's just I play what the market gives me. The whole thing is to trade with the trend. This was trading down. The whole trend was down. If all my watch list starts turning green, if I start to see green come in the market here, a lot of volume start to come into play, then you go with the trend. I'll play calls. And that's the deal. You don't trade with your bias, you trade with the trend. I'm up 150% on my 10-8-4-23 puts. Is it time to sell? I would. VIX, well, you have to look at the long term, Melissa. It's a very good observation, but you have to look at the long term. So all morning long, yes, it's been that way. But the VIX right now is falling over 2308. Look at these big red candles on the VIX, and SPY is still coming up. So it's still holding that. You have to look at the whole thing. That was $1.50 candle. It's a big old candle. All right, so now we're getting bought here. Low volume again, though. And this is, once again, a NASDAQ-led recovery. Look, NASDAQ just popped session highs. VIX is falling off to 2303, and SPY's coming on back up. How to deal with widespread limit orders. I assume with SPX, right? Look at this. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. $431.05 and climbing. Man, that is a beast mode bounce. That's a $4 move. All right, so let's see if it respects the morning range again. Qs are absolutely beast mode. This is a tech-led recovery here. Seems to be bringing everything else out. VIX, big red candle is coming down to 2289. TLT is still holding its levels. I'm not being bullish until I see the bonds start to give some back. That's all I'm saying about that. Otherwise, I'll look at scalping puts. Don't do more than 2. What do you mean? What did I say about 2? Just refresh my memory. I talk a lot. Please review advantage of SPX over SPY. Taxes, commissions. 2 words. I have a video in my educational series about choosing SPX over SPY. The big overarching theme, though, if you can afford to trade SPX and maintain proper position sizes, trade SPX. But, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, the PDT rule. Somebody said that they had a PDT notification that they can't do more than 2-day trades, which means you can't open and close on the same day more than 2 more times. So I see what you're saying. Don't do more than 2-day trades, otherwise you'll get your hand smacked. I've got a crap ton of DMs, especially today and last night. I'm going to go through and respond to all those DMs. So bear with me if you sent me a DM in the past 24 hours. I need to brush up on all the I need to brush up on all the PDT rules. I haven't dealt with those in a while. OM, you sound really loud in the mix. You're starting to clip. What does that mean? All right, I'll take a look. I'm telling you, man, I got a crap ton of DMs. I need a secretary to help me through all these DMs, but sound fine on Discord. Yeah. Go with if you don't have the funds to take advantage of margin account, go with the cash account. So, yeah, I would use my wife, but she's she's directing 3 emergency departments right now. She's kind of busy. Framingham says, I've fallen in love with trading the charts and such. I get so bothered when people say that's gambling. And that's not gambling at all. It's not. If this was gambling, then a vast majority of people lose money instead of make money. People misanalyze risk as gambling, though. Everything has risk. Rental properties have risk. Your job has risk. You want to tell me that working 40 years for a job and then getting fired right before retirement, you tell me there's no risk in that? Especially if that's your only income? Everything has risk. Spend your entire life working a job with no other investment vehicles, and then you get fired at 2 years before your retirement. That is called risk, my friend. Or if your only investment is a 401k, and then 2 years before you retire, 2008 happens. That is called risk. The riskiest thing you could do is not take on any risk. Write that down. Didn't your wife have an interview a few weeks back? Yep. She did not accept the position. It was a fantastic salary, a fantastic position, but she would have been gone 90% of the time. It was a 90% travel position, so she turned it down. Me and her are very big family people, and that would be bad for the family. Great for the bottom line, bad for the family. All right, so coming up, we're respecting veteran session range, the top range. We came up to there, and now we're just hovering right up there. Quality of life is absolutely important. Absolutely important. He's available, and you have a clearance. Nice. TS clearance. Nice. Theta Spy, I'm very upset with myself. Entered puts a few minutes ago. Tried to exit 254 and accidentally bought more. Get at him. The wrist thing. Oh, it needs to be a t-shirt. Actually, I'll put that on a shirt. Actually, remember that. I'm going to pin that because I actually do like that a lot. All right, we are above the session range here. Now, we ask ourselves, is it time to take calls? The only way I'm becoming bullish on today, if I start to see an overall liquidation of the bonds. If I see that, then I will consider taking calls. Hey, be happy with that. There's nothing wrong with that because you made a mistake and you limited it to a 2% loss. 2% loss is manageable. A 20% loss, then that starts to get a little devastating. So just be happy. All right, coming up on our first resistance, 43172. Let's see how it acts there. We're right below it. Where is my VIX right now for me? It's 2283 and falling. If you do not use the TVC VIX, you will have a 15-minute delay on VIX, which is basically, well, not basically, it is useless. So make sure you're using TVC VIX. That's the only one that is live on TradingView. What symbol for bonds? TLT. Oh, thanks, Framingham. I appreciate that. All right, so we have a top wick here. We do have decent buying volume relative to this morning. See all this low volume stuff, and now we have a pop up in volume here. The Qs are definitely up here. We have XLF is starting to come along, but it's not as strong. Right now, this is tech led, so you have to keep a strong eye on tech. Lobster eye that tech. Bonds, all right, there's the sell-off on the bonds here. If we continue up here, I will look at taking calls because we do have a trend reversal. The bonds are selling off, the VIX is coming down, and the SPY and the tech is starting to come up here. But I'll only buy confirmation up from here. I'm going to be very, very careful taking calls at this point. You want to be very careful and protect yourself. If I do take a call, I'll probably put in a 5% stop loss because things can reverse very quickly. And you want to go with the trend. Right now, there is an indicated trend upwards because that's indicated by the other underlyings supporting a bull move. And that's how you identify a trend. If there's all the underlyings, if the market supports a bull move, you have a new trend identification. And that's what I'm looking here. We have a sell-off in the bonds. Tech, futures, all are supporting an upward move. But I'm buying confirmation because it can flip back down bearish as quickly as it goes up. Strat says, I don't know how you do it. I've been working nights this week, getting 3 out of 4 sleep. My trading is sloppy. I mean, you got to be aware of that. Last night was the first night I slept in 5 days, so more than at least 1 or 2 hours a night. So it sucks. It sucks. You have to be aware of it. I mean, because trading when you're that exhausted is the same as trading is like or doing anything drunk. Like your body feels that lag, so you got to be careful. All right, look at that. Red candles rejecting just under our first resistance and coming down. Qs. You know what? I'm gonna pat myself on the back here, by the way. I'm gonna pat myself on the back here. I respect veteran exotics more than anybody. Like the dude's a beast. There's a session range. There's my resistance. Right on top of each other. Right on top of each other. I like that. That gives me confirmation that my analysis is spot on. Total account up 14%. Nice, Rocco. Well done. Awesome stuff. Oh, just popped my back. Kellogg's employees are on strike. That's not great. Is that Kellogg's? I don't know. I make myself laugh. I have a good time. QQQ. Red candles at 356.25. Right on the POC. The bonds there. Made me spit out my coffee. Jesus says, going to listen to your podcast. Excited to hear your perspective. I'm done trading for the day. Oh, nicely stuff. Well done, Jesus. Nicely stuff. Please make a Terra coin review. I have no idea what that is. Tecker coin. I made 4 accounts and I get it 12 trades per week. Uh-oh. I didn't say that. I didn't see it. Well, thanks. Going the distance. Appreciate that. I hope no one's eating cereal anyway. That stuff is garbage. Don't be eating that crap. 430.90. As I eat a bowl of cereal. Yeah, I mean, the grain protein cereals, I guess that's not as bad. But I'm talking about like the cereals, the sugar stuff. You might as well just take a bag of cereal and just put milk in it. Have milk water or milk sugar. All right, 430.77. We are coming up, and now we're rejecting the session range here. Fruity Pebbles for breakfast today. Nice. If there's a sell-off in the bonds, wouldn't the SPY go down as well? No. Well, it depends. I guess it depends. I'm not going to say a blanket no on that. It depends. All right, double red candles here, rejecting the top of the range. This is what I'm talking about. Qs, VIX, green. The bonds are buying right back up. And boom. Why does a lack of sleep affect me? I can hardly think in less than 3 hours. I think I've been conditioned to it. I went through basic training, and then I went through officer school, and both of you're quite sleep deprived, and I was leaders in both of them. So I had to perform when everybody else got to sleep. So I think I became acclimated to it, just my training. And then not to me, I've always never been somebody to sleep past like 7 o'clock ever. Even in high school, college, I never really slept late. I never did the sleep till 10 o'clock thing. So I don't know. I guess it's just me who I am. I don't know. All right, look at this. Big red candles. What is my name? Andrew is my first name, and that's all you'll get. I don't know. Social security number? Hey. I could be like that guy that LifeLock. Is that what it is? LifeLock, where he posted his social security number on the side of a truck and said it could be because like he was like promoting his business for LifeLock, I think it is. And then they actually hacked him. Yeah, that guy probably still has problems. Yeah. Chief's name is Andre. I like it. Yeah, DJ Rumo's battery died, so I had to order a new battery. It's back up now, but yeah, I muted it before it got to start. But yeah, I had to replace DJ Rumo's battery. Why was it put not a good option at rejection? It was, but I don't really want to like. If scalping is the only thing given to me, I'll do it. But I'm not really heavy on a position just yet. So I'm letting things shake out. I had my big wins today. I've got my big profit, and we'll see from there. So if I see a high quality setup, I'll take it. The only news I saw today was the White House put out a statement saying that if we default, it will greatly devalue the dollar. That's what they said. So I don't know if that's the cause of the $8 move down. The White House keeps talking about default. Usually it's the other way around. There's no way we default, not even an option. But they keep saying like if this happens, if that happens, if we default. But to me, like why would they say that? Like why would they inject that kind of tepidness in the market? So we have a $1 trillion coin. Imagine using that thing to accidentally buy a Coke at a vending machine. Hey, first time here. I'm currently trying to understand your chart. Are the 428.67 and 427.39 red lines calculated supports? Yes, they are. These two. Buying Coke. Yeah, I don't drink Coke, but yeah. LaCroix, that's all I drink, or the off-brand version of LaCroix. Although LaCroix's had some great deals at Publix. They've having a lot of, like every day for like the past 2 months is buy two, get one free on LaCroix. So I've been racking up on those things. Do those yellow dots place themselves on your chart? Yes, they do. That's the OM session range indicator. That's our custom indicator created by Veteran Exotic. Oh, that reminds me, Gordy. Yeah, so I'm working with the owner of Titanfall. Actually, I got to respond to him. He sent me a DM yesterday. Yeah, I do, to say the least. I do. And we're going to be working together. And he's going to be offering a deal for all of my members if you do want to sign up for the paid version of Titanflow. Titanflow is a order flow data app that tracks options order flow. Hypothetically, if support levels break down, would SPY just free fall? Well, there's always going to be a support level. That's why I'm always trying to force out. Like I have 3 supports written right now, these three. If they do start popping, I'll start to form new ones, which I had to do that yesterday. I had to do new resistances yesterday. So, yeah, you have to monitor level. You have to monitor order flow data. You have to, especially when you start to have a volume node that's not being respected. You have to figure out why is that point in the space changing. So, yes, they do. Titan flow, mobile only. Yep, just like you spelt it, Alan. Just like you spelt it. Can you scroll up a bit on your watch list so I can see the name of the SPY section? Yep, top SPY holdings. There you go. If you want my watch list, there you go. I'll post it both. I'll post it in YouTube too. How do I get the yellow ranges? Is it in TradingView? Yeah, it is. Search here. Here, hold on a second. Indicators. OM. Session range is right there. That's what it's called. Click on that. And it'll go in there. How'd you guys know to buy puts after the market opened up because of futures? Well, we took them after. We took them after this rejected the top. At least I did. Right now, tech is the only thing supporting it here. VIX now is popping back up. The bonds are starting to climb again. Ooh, XLF rounding over here. Yep. Man. All right. Puts, baby. Puts. Well, it all has to do with confidence. Even if it is like a fake bull run up, yeah, you could trade it, but it has to do with confidence. That's the only thing that's affected. Do I have an affiliate link for TradingView? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There you go. No, that's a perfectly good strategy, Dawio. Yeah. All right, y'all get your orders ready. I'm going to run over to the fridge and get my protein shake. So be ready. Y'all know what happens. Mark the time, 10:48. Well. That got hairy. 2 minutes. Big old green candle. But hey, it's coming back down though, so I'm back. Thoughts on Minecraft? Never played it. My son played it for a little bit, but I don't play it. He loves it. Man, look at that big green candle. Well, I've never heard of that, DSAPs. That's a little too suggestive. We're going to take that out. We're going to take that out. Yeah. Oh, sure thing, Natalia. Natalia? Yeah. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Yep, it is dicey. That's why I'm not trading it. I am sitting back and relaxing until I see a trend reversal or breakdown. My NASDAQ and ES are delayed. Yeah, you have to, Chris 2.0, you have to sign up for live data. Otherwise, those will be 15 minutes delayed. So you have to sign up for live data. Bonds have spiked to new highs. Let's see if it can continue to go up. VIX is still holding 23. Man, I still think we're on the verge today of a downturn. This thing's holding this upper level. I think we're going to turn on down. That's just me, though. Nobody's paying attention to the Qs, which controls the SPY. We are paying attention to the Qs. I've been flipping back and forth between the NASDAQ all morning. Trading view is web only, correct? No, they've got an application. They actually came out with an application a couple months ago. That's what this is. This is an application. This isn't web. Yeah, I like the desktop for sure. I'm putting an addition into my house. Guest room for me. Oh, nice. SoCal. All right. How close are you to Yosemite? Because Yosemite is a place I plan to visit a lot more frequent. I went to Yosemite back in June, dude. It changed my life. It was one of those beautiful places ever. What sort of woodworking do I do? A little bit here and there. A lot of furniture. I built my entertainment center for my TV. Let's see what else. I built a couple of crosses. I built actually my office. I built out the entire. I put in built-in shelves. I can take a picture. I can show you pictures of those too. Whatever. I do a lot of various woodworking. I would say slightly better than average. Oh, I see. I see. Beach scene. I like the beach scene. All right, green candles right through that volume node coming up to the top of the range again. I haven't, Christian. I haven't. I'd love to, though. When and where is going to be the first OM conference? That's a great question. You know what? As this community starts getting bigger and bigger, the reality of that actually happening becomes higher and higher. So I would absolutely love to do that. Yeah. Yeah, if y'all have pictures of woodworking, post it in the Patreon general chat. Holds out possibility for time agreements Democrats to speed up demo passed by reconciliation. I'd love to go. I'd love to go to Canada, or I'm sorry, Alaska, for sure. All right, so we got a little chop fest going on here. We raged down, raged up, and now we're just consolidating here, just below the session range. I'd love to go to Spain. Love to. My dad's side of my family is all from Italy. I'd love to go out there and go to Naples. Iceland. I'm all down for Iceland, baby. I actually really want to go to Iceland because of my CrossFit background. OM Europe tour. Yeah. Yep. Not to get too far off topic, we're just waiting for a little consolidation here to break. If the price were to break resistance, how would you go on calls or look for additional things? All right, so if we start trending up here, we break the top, and I start to see some larger scale volume candles come in, and I start to see the bonds come off, I start to see the VIX come off, then I'll start looking at taking calls. Yep, I'm sitting on my hands too. Not till I break. I've got my plays in, I've got my profits. Now I'm waiting for the smart trade. Don't force trades. The whole thing is like y'all need to trade the easy stuff, avoid the hard stuff. This is the harder stuff. This is the easy stuff. Trade this, avoid this. Wait for the break. Summer in the UK and winter in Spain. That'd be amazing. Amazing. Yep, there are a lot of top wicks, and the bonds are still climbing. That's the thing. The bonds are not giving up a dime. So, nice, Ray1206. Go play some games. What game you playing? What game you playing? Is this a congestion period? Yeah. Yep. Definitely a little consolidation. OM conference should include a flight session in C17. I'd love to. I'd love to. If I could do it and not get arrested, I would do it. No comment, Family Man 420. No comment. Our mission's a little sensitive, so I don't discuss our mission set. I'd rather not fly into anything PW 2000, post-war 2000. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty cool strat. Yeah, I saw that. Can it tell us what aircraft I have flown? Yeah, I spent some time. Of course, I did all the Pueblo stuff. I've done a lot of hours in a Piper, a lot of hours in a Cessna. Military stuff. I did diamond trading in Pueblo, T6. Got some hours in F-16, stuff like that. But that's all the training stuff, All right, here we go. We're approaching the top of the session range. Green candles 431.22. Yes, I do, Mad Manny. I do. When would you trade the Qs instead of SPY? The last time I traded Qs, no, I wish. Last time I traded Qs is because the SPY is trading relatively flat and the Qs was just raging. It happened back in the summertime, and I elected to trade the Qs. Do I always use the same amount of units on a play? Yes. No, I don't. I always adjust. Low confidence plays, low position size. I'll do anywhere from 2-3 contracts up to 4-5-6 contracts. If it's a high confidence play, I'll turn it up a little bit. Have I ever seen an F-111 up close? No, I haven't. Well, thanks, Spicy Curry. Glad you like them. This is have a triple top, and they are rejecting the upside. We're just below our first resistance, right below it, and we're rejecting to the downside. Look at the NASDAQ. It's starting to roll. XLF has got some green here, but look at all the underlyings. You know me. Take a litmus test of the entire market. It's all pretty much doing the same thing. This little bitty recovery, except for tech. Now it's starting to roll over. VIX just got a big red candle, but wicked up. The bonds have a red candle, but it's still at the top of their range. I think we're about to get a red candle here on the SPY. Let's watch. How do you see pre-market on trading view? You go to the bottom here, extended hours, right here. This little EXT. You can click it on and off. Blaze Trader, I took the squeeze momentum indicator off. I found out, I just realized that I kept, the longer I went, the more and more I took it out of my cross check because it became more useless to me, and I just took it off. And I'm actually actively searching for something different. Maybe I could just, because I'm always looking to refine my approach and start to really fine tune. If there's an indicator out there that can help me do that, then I'll look at it and I'll take a look and bring it back in. But I still use a squeeze momo for my long-term stuff when I'm analyzing swing trades, but not for my day trades anymore. It's just every single time I looked at it, it was laggy. Nice, Dirty Dusty. You came out swinging today. Bam. 8 trades today, all wins. Or no, 9 trades, 8 wins. Good stuff. Killing it. It's a great feeling, isn't it? When you make that money back after feeling that stress of losing money. It's a great feeling. Do I still use Fib for the long term? Yeah. Yep, I do. Yeah, if you are on this channel new, just like Uncle Terry says, hit that like button for me. Hit the subscribe button. Join with us. Come on in and learn how to do this. I'll teach you everything I know, at least as much as I can. How large is my portfolio? How big did you start? I started out with 25 grand. I raised it to 58,000, and then I made the adjustment down to 2,000 to put it nicely. And then, over the course of 10 years, I grew it where I was today. I was doing very well. Don't get me wrong. I did very well. I grew my account quite large. And then 2020 happened, and that just, I blew it over the top. All my experience, it was literally the stars aligned with 2020. I was getting ready to take my money and go home. I was getting out of the market. And then, that was February, and then I saw the market tank for Corona. I was like, holy crap, this is, I'm going to tee this baby up. I bought a crap ton of SPY. I bought Tesla, Amazon, Apple. I bought all the things. I bought some REITs at the bottom, and it put me over the edge. It was great. It was a great year. So, can you give me a ballpark figure of how much you've made trading SPY? 156% of my portfolio I've made since March. So, I'll tell you that. Do you have a percentage of how much gain daily? I don't necessarily. And I will tell you this. My wealth is not tied up in just my day trading account. Only a small portion of my wealth is in my day trading. I filter out my profits to everything else. I've got real estate. I've got my long-term trading account. I got my 401 or my TSPs, all that stuff. So, especially now that I've only reduced my trading to only SPY, SPX, I don't keep a lot of capital in my day trading account. So, it's not 50 million, I'll tell you that. On my day trading account, no. I only trade the ETFs that you see here. That's it. Long-term account, I do trade a lot more, but I don't actively trade it. I just add to it, and that's it. I forget about it. Hey, I'm new, but really enjoying your channel. Would you tell me what trading view indicator the gray scale on the far right is? That is volume profile. Volume profile. I do have a trading Twitter account. Yes, I do. I do. Options Millionaire. Just search for it. It's on the trading. It's on there. Yeah. So if you're watching, if you go into indicators and you type in VP and you go down to KV4 Coins as the author, where do you go? Oh, put in a semicolon. There we go. KV4 Coins right here. Volume profile. That's the one I use. When he cuts off the Discord, it means he hit the FU. Yeah. Hey, you remember that? Yeah, I told you that a long time ago. FU money is 7 million. I always told myself that once I hit 7 million, that's when I would buy about 2,000 acres in Montana and the world would never see me again. But the thing is, I love this. Like, I love teaching y'all. It's amazing. So this has been amazing. I love it. It's I get a great deal of satisfaction out of teaching y'all, more than I thought I would, especially considering how this all started. Was there a transition period where you went from day job to day trader? Nope, because I'm still doing both. Do I day trade stocks also? No, I only do options. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I don't. I came close to throw in some, but I don't. No. Do you share your screen during the morning sections? I mean, I'm on YouTube right now. I'm streaming on YouTube right now. Right, yeah. Any long-term recommendations? Not right now. No. I'm not adding much to my long-term because I do anticipate some sort of downside in the next 3 to 4 months. If we have a nice correction, I'll start building it. I'm not going to wait for a big, like, blown out correction because I'm in it for the long haul. But any kind of pullback, like 3, 4, 5%, yeah, I'll start adding. My volume profile keeps jumping in and out here. There we go. So we're still in a consolidation phase. That's right, Justin. That's right. I'd love you as a neighbor as well, Christian. Would you say you spend an over proportionate amount of time on day trading if only a small part of your wealth is allocated to it? No, because I use that small amount of wealth to fund my other investments. Look at Lerat with a 20% overall return. Man, that is killer. That is killer. When is it time to start buying leaps on big tech? The issue here is that China's economy is on the verge of imploding, just like ours is. And tech has too big of an interest in China to start looking at long-term leaps. We have to wait for all this bearishness to shake out first. I have the Pro Plus on TradingView. Lee Rat already called neighbor first. I got it, yeah. All right, so the NASDAQ started to roll over just slightly. We have a green candle there. The bonds are still climbing and holding its level. The VIX is still holding its level. We don't have a break one way or another. Right now, there's a stake in the ground, and we're fighting it out. Well, thanks, Lisa. Appreciate that. Thanks for being here. How long have I been doing SPY? I've been doing SPY for years. I've been doing SPY exclusive since about December. I started doing it, but then I went true fully exclusive back in like late February, early March. I went true exclusively SPY. It was just too easy, relatively. Oh, nice, Chance. I do the same. Are you buying daily puts and or calls based on the market trend? Yes, Mark. I buy long calls, long puts. I also I do short calls, short puts too. But for the most part, everyone sees as long calls, long puts. And it's the day trading stuff. Yep. Why Montana over Alaska? I mean, I'd love to be in Alaska. Trust me, I'd love it. I'd actually love to live in Alaska. It's just a little far out there, you know. I'd like to be around have at least a quick flight to my family. Who knows? Join us in the true north. Sounds like Game of Thrones. The King of the North. All right, let's take a look. 5-minute chart. A lot of wicks. Yep. That to me, that is called untradeable. I'm waiting for the downside to form. Well, thanks, Mark. Appreciate you being here. So I never trade XLF. No, I monitor the X's, but I don't trade them. And see all the X's right here? Because these are the 11 sectors of SPY, and they're ranked from the greatest to least. New Game of Thrones. What? Hold on, what? Hold on a second. Let's stop. There's a Game of Thrones trailer? I don't watch a lot of TV, so I didn't even know that comes out. House of Dragon. Ooh. I'm gonna take that out. Take a look at that. Lee Rat, you're good, buddy. You got a 20% overall gain on your account. That is hedge fund manager type stuff. So, can you please read those sectors out from top to bottom? XLK, then V, Y, F, I, C, P, E, B, R, E, and U. I feel like I'm on Sesame Street here. Yeah, I posted my watch list earlier, and you should be able to look at that. And it'll show all the X sectors in order. What is this, an eye exam? I see what you're saying. Yeah. Are you into general aviation as well? Yes, I am. Have any plans? Nope, I don't want to plane myself. It's on the bucket list though. I want a Cessna Caravan, but unfortunately they're $400,000. Well, it's all about perspective. Like you have to look at percentages. Like the only way you could on paper afford a $400,000 new plane is if you're probably worth about $4 to $8 million to really absorb that cost. Otherwise, you're just proportionally too leveraged. Where do you post your daily watch list? I post it in the Patreoners room. Bananas are nice too. Yeah, I do love general aviation though. It's so much fun. So much fun. I'm going to give this a few more minutes here, and then I'm going to jump off. This consolidation started to get a little boring. We're starting to get off topic a lot, and I know a lot of people are bored by off topic. So, $150 million. There you go. I'll take that. Nope. Still every day, Lee Rat. Still every day. That's a good idea, Luke. That's a good idea. Oh, you're very welcome, Mark. Thanks for being here. First time here, great content. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Which trading software am I using? I use TradingView to chart, and I use E-Trade to execute. Not really, Thomas. If there's something that's supposed to be big, I will, but usually that stuff is already fizzled out. Yeah. It's actually more, Nigel, because you have to do yearly inspections, plus aviation parts are very, very expensive. Plus you have, like a couple of years ago, you had to upgrade all your planes to ADS-B, which was incredibly expensive. So, I mean, yeah, aviation's quite expensive. Quite expensive. Engine rebuilds are a fortune, yeah. What I'd actually like to optimally do is go out and get my my aircraft maintenance inspection certification myself, so I don't have to pay maintainers to do that. But yeah. How do you execute calls or puts? I've got a great video educational series I'm on. How do I execute trades on E-Trade? Gives a good breakdown on how I do everything, how I set up my system where I could quickly get in and out. So, yeah, it's coming, Lee Rat. Well, it's coming. I've got like a crap ton of stuff. It's coming. Am I long or short? I'm about 6 foot tall. This is my second in the Discord. I'm watching OM's YouTube channel for about a month. I gotta say, it's nice knowing that even though I'm signing off YouTube, you guys will still be here. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Matt V. Yeah, sure. Let me get that for you. One sec. Duplicate. All right, here I'm going to post the link on how I trade options in E-Trade right there. So follow that link. Take a look. Will Coulter asks, how long have I been in the market? 10 years. 10 years. Nope, no position right now, Kevin. All right, a little bit of a downside here. Let's see if we break through that bottom low. Oh, Qs are starting to round over. Stand by for puts. VIX is spiking up here. I love it. VWAP is holding at the moment. That's right, Chief. Oh, y'all are very welcome. Very welcome. ES is flushing. It's all coming down, baby. Bonds right now are on the uptick. VIX is starting to uptick just slightly. We're still holding this little chop session, though. We're still holding it. Still holding. All right, here we go. Little red candles there. I've got the October 8th 4250 puts up, ready to go. Futures are at the bottom of their range and blasting through. What we got? 1290. What do we got? 1310, 1320. It's flushing, increasing volume. Increasing volume. If things start moving, I'm not going to be able to post an entry fast if I get in, so y'all be careful. I don't want to hear no griping. VIX is climbing 2340. Increasing selling volume here. What is this follow-on candle going to do? Not in any position right now, but I'm close. Thank you, Matt Van Dam. Appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying the community. Yeah, y'all come over and join the Patreon. Links are in the description. Join the community. Learn with us. Great discussion day in and day out. NASDAQ's green. Little green candle there. VIX is spiking up 2338. The bonds are on the uptick. XLF is rounding over. I think we're going to see some downside, baby. VIX is spiking up again, 2340. My trading view is still good. Maybe it's the web-based trading view because the desktop's working still. It's been working fine all day today. Bonds, big spike in the bonds. XLF is still rolling over. All the X's, man, are still rolling as well. It's a little slow for me now. Now that I say that, now it's slow. Lagging for me. Join the Patreon today. Nicely done. Appreciate you joining the community. Thank you. I use the 3 and the 5 minute. 3 and the 5 minute. Little green here. What are we going to do with this green? Bonds are still climbing here. There's no red on the bonds yet. The VIX is still holding this 23. All right, so we rejected VWAP on the 3 minute. The VIX is still holding green. Big wick here on the green. Are we coming down, baby? Are we coming down? All right, I'm going to pre-type an entry in the room here so I can try to get the gun jump the gun as much as I can. Bonds are still green. Let's go, son. Let's go. Still watching. Still watching. Can you draw a fib retracement? Let me get through this trade right here. This could be set up here, so I don't want to be distracted just yet. But yeah, we'll talk about it. Got a little. This is. I mean, you got the 8's about to cross through the. Man, all right. So the 8's about to cross through the VWAP, which is pretty bearish, especially on this downward action here. The VIX is climbing up. The bonds are still holding up top. And another green candle there. No, I'll let y'all know when I enter, I promise. Would you ever stream the entire trading day? I've done it before. Might have to take a break to get some lunch though. Kind of hungry. All right, so we got 429.64 right now. Big green candle's wicked out, and we got a red candle to the bottom here. It's going to flush if it goes. There's that flip. Increasing selling volume. Increase in VIX. The bonds there. VIX spiking up. Little B's and some puts. VIX is about to spike. I don't like these wicks, not going to lie. NASDAQ just flipped green. It's flipping back and forth. Big selling volume, though. And now it's flipping green. Buyers and sellers are faking out. VIX is still climbing. XLF, what's it doing? XLF is drilling. I'm taking one at 1350 here. Let's see if I can get in. Right, I just moved that crap. Dang it. Missed that fill. So I'm looking at the underlyings here. XLF is rolling over. Y is rolling over. V is rolling over. The only one that hasn't really fully rolled is Tech, and it's going to. And when it does, we're bringing it down. So I tried to get into 1350 there. I couldn't get a fill. So, and I'm trying to get in there now once it's a smart position here. That would have been a nice little $1 move. VIX spiked up. Bonds are still climbing as well. I think we're going to see more downside here. Futures there are red. NASDAQ here is red as well. SPY bounced off first resistance here. Oh, no, I moved that, didn't I? It's down here, right there. So that red candle flipped green. VP, volume profile, is the indicator I use. Nope, I didn't get filled. I want to try to get 1350 and it blasted down to 1450. This thing wants to fall. I mean, look at these wicks, man. Look at these wicks. I'm in at 1370. I think we're going to go down more. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think we're going to go down more. The way things are rolling over. Look at the markets here. Look at that. XLF is about to punch through. XLY is rolling over. XLV is rolling over. XLK is here. I think we're going to go down, in my opinion. I'm willing to take a little risk here. It's a smaller position. I'm willing to take some risk, but I think we're going down. The way the X sectors are looking, it's all drilling. Look at this drill down on V, healthcare. F is drilling down V here. SPY is there. Q, little red, little green candle there. But I think we're going down. I'm seeing an overall breakdown of the market. So we'll see. That's right, Jeff. You always got to go to the 3 and the 5 minute. Right now, the VIX is up to 2348. The bonds here are at the top, top there after a bunch of green candles there. NASDAQ is just under their 34. 8 just crossed under the 34. And the futures are coming down under the 8 and coming down. So. Yep, I took that position based on the overall market. I see everything dropping. V, Y, F all down. And X is starting to roll over too. If I see that, I'm starting to see an overall bearish theme here. We're under VWAP. The 8's under VWAP. I think we're good. We'll see. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I took a educated guess here. Not liking this green candle, not going to lie. Not going to lie. What was the book I recommended? Anna Colling's book, Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis. All right, Q's. Big green candle here coming up to the 21. The VIX is coming down a little bit here. The bonds are up to 144.51. Let's look around the market here. So we have a green candle across the entire market except for healthcare. Healthcare is still coming on down, rejecting. SPY's right under the 21. The Q's are there. So we'll see what happens. We'll monitor the position. $429.61. The VIX here is holding the 8. And the bonds, look, big green candle on the bonds. And XLF is just down here under their 8 here. So we'll see how this continues to move. It's low volume. Yeah, there's no volume on this buy up here. Just nothing. But it's still climbing. XLF bouncing there. XLY here. VK all climbing up. SPY is there right on the 8 and 21. VIX now is just at the 8 EMA. And the bonds are still spiking here. So a lot of wicks on no volume. There's a big wick. Big spike in the bonds. I'm still seeing weakness here. The big spike in the bonds here. XLF just got wicked out up top. Big wick here on this green candle. So I'm watching out for everything. I'm watching out the whole market here. Let's see if this green candle on XLF can wick over to green. Or to red, I'm sorry. Big green on the TLT here, green on the VIX. Waiting for XLF to smoke down red. Just waiting. Watching here, there's that green candle flipping red. The VIX is green. Bonds, big spike on the bonds here. XLF is trying to flip red. Red candle on the SPY. Coming on down. Let's go. VIX is green. Bonds, big pop in the bonds here. Watch this. This is going down. Big pop in the bonds. XLF just smoked the downside here. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. You got to watch the whole market. Big old. So bonds just formed new highs. XLF is about to form new lows here. The VIX is green and climbing. QQQ is here. SPY is trying to fall. We've got this red candle. We wicked out that green candle, and now we've got a red. So now we're just waiting to see if this has a follow through here. I play SPX, SPY, ETF, stuff like that. So XLF is still red and falling. The bonds are on the uptrend here. Not a lot of movement overall. I don't like holding positions in overall movement and not really much movement, but I still think we're going to have a little down here. I'm just waiting. So. Bond's still high. VIX is wicking up the red. And I'm just waiting. We're right under the 8 EMA here. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like waiting for this position here. So I'll be looking for an exit soon if I don't get the action that I'm looking for, especially with this wick starting to form. I don't want a green candle to smoke me out like this one here that's about to form. But there's a big spike in the bonds here, though, and the XLF is still down. Here we go. NASDAQ starting to fall again. Nope, I don't do daily expirations. Those are the 0DTs. I don't trade those. A little too aggressive for me. A little too aggressive. So we got the Y starting to climb up, consumer as well. That's starting to bring up here. SPY's got this little level it's trying to defend. And the VIX is starting to fall here. Let's see the futures. Big pop in the futures there. And the NASDAQ. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going to let it test VWAP here, and I'm going to cut this baby loose. Bonds are still triple climbing here. The bonds are raging now. I think this is going to shake out to the downside eventually. I just want to make sure I don't get smoked on a 30% loss before I'm waiting for that to happen. XLF is starting to climb. But look at the bonds here, man. It's starting to spike. Big wick of green candle. A lot of wicks here. XLV forming new lows there. Yeah, it's just no volume. Just like small orders are manipulating this hard. So you got to manage your position sizes and to manage your losses for sure. If you manage your position sizes, it takes a lot of stress out and allows you to sit through downside. If you took a huge position size right now, you're sweating it. You want to take small position size so you can manage, so you can get out, so you can maintain a position through downside like this. So I see overall weakness here. That's why I'm still holding my position. If I was in a 50% position size, I would be sitting on pins and needles right now. Take small position sizes. That way you're able to weather downside. And here we go. See if we can get a little downside out of this. VIX is green again. The bonds are way up there. Look, NASDAQ starting to roll here slightly. The futures are falling. Come on, baby. Let's go. I haven't calculated it perfectly, but it's small. I'll let you know. I'll put it in my sheet and calculate it perfectly. Let you know what it is. I'll post it. Trading View. I use Trading View to chart, and I use E-Trade to execute. The VIX is starting to pop again. The bonds are still way up there. XLF is starting to climb slightly here. But yeah, there's just not a lot of movement, not a lot of volume here. That's the thing right here. A lot of wicks. Big green candle. I don't like to see that. Let's go out to the 5 minute, see what's going on here. I got a red candle on the 5 minute and a big green here on the 5 minute for the futures. VIX is rounding over, and the bonds, big red candle on the bonds. XLF is starting to spike. I might be close to exiting this position here if I don't see something formulate. Because this is just low volume stuff. This is just low volume stuff. When there's low volume, it's just not really going to go anywhere. It can be manipulated easily. That's the thing. I mean, all the green candles are getting wicked. All the red candles are getting wicked. They're just fighting. They're just fighting. An accurate guess? I don't know. I still think downside. Oh, all right. I'm closing this crap. Out, 1070. Out of that stuff. Watch, it's going to hammer down now. Watch this. I'm out. All right, so the VIX spiked, rolled over here. A little bit of shaking and baking here. A lot of wicks, and now some green candles to the upside. Accurate guess on the close. So I still think the week we're going under 420. I still think that. There's just too much weakness here. There's a lot of news that are coming down. So I definitely think some downside. Things were breaking down, Brandon. So we had bonds were spiking hard. Like they spiked through the top of the range. VIX was still climbing. I saw an increasing selling volume there as we started to come down, like right over here. And I saw that hammer candle. And we took some puts. And now it just reversed and blasted up the top. So but you play relative here. So when you play plays like that, you always go with smaller position sizes so you can protect yourself. So it happens. Remember, as the day goes on, you always take smaller position sizes, especially if you take profits. So you take profits in the morning, bigger position size, and you go smaller and smaller throughout the day, especially when you have a low confidence play. So it came down just above resistance there. About 40 cents above resistance and went up. $4.30.44. So a lot of chop stuff. Hey, 2% increase on the day is fantastically, right? So be happy about that. You're still green. That's good stuff. It's better than red, for sure. For sure. All right, let's see what this thing does. Maybe we'll take a put on the way down after this thing rejects. Q right now is coming up right under the POC, the top of the session range. The VIX now is 2289 here. The TLT is rolling over. XLF bounced up here, so a good little bounce off of the X's there. And SPY is here. Still low volume stuff here, but it's about 11 o'clock here, so I think I'm going to call that a morning. Fantastic day. A lot of great trading in the morning stuff, man. So I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate all the new members coming on here, learning, discussing conversations here, especially with the nice big move we had in the morning time. What an awesome, awesome move. So 2 big plays and then 1 small loss here. It's part of it, though. It's part of trading. That's why you have to manage your risk. Manage your risk. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day. If you are new to the YouTube channel, please come over, like that like button, hit that like button, and subscribe. Helps us grow, helps you learn, helps reach other people. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please DM me or at Options Millionaire anytime in the Discord, and I'll be happy to answer your questions as fast as I can. So appreciate you being here. I will see you all bright and early tomorrow in the Patreon stream on Thursday, October 7th. Hopefully we get a little more downside. Thank you all. Appreciate it. I'm out.